This is boring, but it'll transform you from head to toe like a caterpillar coming out of its crusty old cocoon and emerging as a creature of flight. This one individual skill will train your hip mobility, hamstring flexibility, back strength, rebound like sprint, dynamic stretch, and power more than any mainstream workout you're thinking about doing right now. And it involves several individual basic moves that anyone can do at any level, and which is part of our daily conditioning. It begins with a Superman position, but stretched out like a starfish. And this shape eventually goes airborne into something called a butterfly kick. This Superman is not only a building block for the butterfly kick, but restorative for the shoulders, lower back, neck, and entire posterior chain. Next, a horse stance, which I've discussed other places on this channel, and a fundamental to not only our Powerbatics training, but also thousands of years of Chinese practice. But today, I'm not using it as a static stance like it's traditionally used. I'm using it as a power generation position, just like a baseball swing or surfing, and a landing position. And the next is the bow stance. And you can start to see why I refer to these moves like Lego blocks, because they not only rebuild your entire body head to toe, but also assemble into bigger picture skills, which creates the sustainability for your body long term. The bow stance then transitions back to the horse stance, sweeping the head low, requiring hip and lower back mobility. And then I end up in the opposite side bow stance. Now these stances, like I mentioned, can be trained as just static positions, reconditioning your body, rebuilding weak links, and building your nervous system too. It's part of the brutal foundation training. It reminds me of Patrick training horse stance in Portugal on one of the retreats. He didn't start this until almost 60, and he's progressed to incredibly high levels of strength and skill. So at this point, we start getting into other building block moves we use at Pacific Rim Athletics. Things like the transition right before going into flight. This is called the T position. I mean, just holding these for 30 to 60 seconds each is training in itself. But then there's also the dynamics which we use for transforming our students. For example, a T position can also go into a back swing kick, which will be an advanced stretch, just so you know. I mean, just training one move can be a whole workout in itself, and which literally transforms you inside and out. So the magic of the butterfly kick is in the transition. The transition takes place in the air, where all a butterfly kick really is just switching your feet. But at the point of switching the feet, that hamstring flexibility better be built, otherwise, well, you know it's gonna happen. And then we come back to the original position, the horse stance, absolutely nailing the butterfly kick. Here's students from various workshops and training demonstrating. And after over 30 years of training and teaching thousands of students, not just people who've watched my videos, but literally we train them. I've built some things that work pretty well, and one of those are setting expectations. And one of the expectations for doing a move like a butterfly kick is the starting position, which is the horse stance, and the ending position, which is also the horse stance. So when I'm teaching, I'll say butterfly kick, horse to horse, and they know where to start and where to end. But achieving this expectation is won or lost in the mental side. Most people grow up with very negative examples, and this forms negative perspectives of the world, whether that's their view of relationships, money, or their physical training like this. This leads to becoming old, worn out, complaining, and a lackluster life. Deep down, they don't believe much is possible for them at all. But a butterfly kick is a basic. Literally, most students, first couple of weeks, I'm already training them on it. Then come aerials, vaults, and even connecting them into katas with freedom of movement like you're superhuman to 99% of the population. Whether you believe things like this are possible for you or not, they totally are, but that mental shift has to be allowed to occur. And they might not happen in the next 5 minutes, but in the next 5 months, sure, you can make massive progress, more than you realize, when you're training towards a goal and doing it right.